I don't remember what I was going to say about that. It's time for another one of my Disney bucket list videos. It's also time for me not to go over a month without making a video for this channel. If you haven't seen my other two Disney bucket list videos, you can click here to watch the first one, and you can click here to watch the second one. Today's Disney bucket list items are ones that are going to be a little harder for me to actually accomplish, but I'm still going to dare to dream. And I think at least 3 out of the 4 are for sure possible and probably will be done. The first one is for me to visit the Disney parks outside of the United States. That means I'm talking about Disneyland Paris, Disneyland in Hong Kong, Disneyland in Tokyo, and the not yet opened Shanghai Disneyland. I'm not one with a big desire to be a world traveler, pretty much at all. I kind of feel safe in my bubble of the United States, but I really do want to go to all of the Disneyland parks that are outside of the United States. So I'm totally planning and hopefully going to visit all of those eventually. It could be a while before I check at least one of those off my list, but I'm going for it anyway. The next item is really not that unattainable for me. I can easily do this. It's just finding the heart to crush my children's dreams is what's kind of held me back so far, but they're getting older and I will care less about their feelings in the next several years. My next bucket list item is to go on a solo trip to Walt Disney World. And by solo, I mean without my children. I'm happy to meet up with somebody at Disney World, hang out with them, but I'm perfectly fine with going to Disney World by myself, on my own time, walk around, get up when I want to, single rider line, the whole bit. So I kind of really excited to do a solo trip, but so far my kids are like looking at me like I'm crazy if I even mention the fact that I want to go even for a couple of days without them. They'll get over it eventually. Next up on my Disney bucket list, this one's not impossible, but it's going to take a little doing and some major planning, and it's just going to take a little more planning, and quite frankly, it almost seems like a waste of money, but I'm going to try to work it out somehow one day. I want to do 6 parks in one day. And of course by that I mean the 4 parks at Disney World in Florida and then the 2 parks in California. So in case you don't know, why would you not, but in case you don't know, that means I would go to Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom in Florida, and then I would have to fly to California and go to Disneyland and go to Disney's California Adventure all in the same day. The whole plan on that is to go into each park, at least ride one ride in each park. It's totally possible, and it seems like the coolest idea ever if you've got money to blow on plane tickets and such. Okay, so this last item on my Disney's bucket list, I'm probably never going to be able to do this, but I am keeping hope alive that I might be able to one day. Don't know, I mean, I might have to break in. I want to see the inside of the Cinderella's Castle Suite in Magic Kingdom. Now, you can't just walk up and say, hey, can I go see the inside of the Cinderella Suite? Because they'll tell you no. They'll say sorry. I mean, even if you say pretty please, and I mean, unless you're like a superstar and have a lot of pull and money, you're pretty much not getting into that thing. And I have none of those things, so I'm not sure how I think I'm going to manage this, but I'm going to still keep that on my list because you never know, one day something crazy might happen and I could be looking at the inside of Cinderella's Suite in the castle at Magic Kingdom. Like I said, that one's dang near impossible, or I'm going to say it's actually pretty impossible. We're going to try to do it somehow. I don't know how, but some kind of way I'm going to pretend that I'm going to be able to do that. Hey, a quick update, you guys. I just started training for a half marathon, which means I'm trying to check off the compete in a Run Disney Marathon item off of my bucket list. Hopefully by January 2015 I will be able to run a half marathon. Right now I'm just building up, since I do not run, I am not a runner pretty much ever in my life. I just started training. I'm going to try to build up and do a 5K first, a couple of 5Ks, and then, like I said, hopefully 2015 half marathon. Check that off. Do any of you have a Disney bucket list that you've either completed or you've just started or you've been working on? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my blog at alldaydisney.com. And I promise I won't wait an entire month and a half or 2 months or whatever it's been before I make another video here. I've got some exciting interactive videos coming up, so that's going to be more fun for everybody. Don't forget to subscribe so you know when those happen. But that's all for now, guys. See you real soon. Ciao. Little good bit. Shh. Shh. Today's why? Today's Disney's book. I'm talking about Disneyland Paris. I know these. Disneyland. Try that again. Disneyland. I'm not one that is much of it. I'm not one. My next item is completely out of my brain.